This is the homework review for Unit 6, Meeting 3. In Unit 6, we talk about the present perfect continuous tense. Now, in this exercise, we are going to choose whether to use the present perfect continuous or to use the present perfect tense. First, let's review when to use the present perfect continuous and when to use the present perfect tense. For the present perfect continuous, the form is have, has, been, the past participle of be verb, and VING. We use present perfect continuous to talk about duration and only duration. For the present perfect tense, we use have or has with verb past participle. We use it to talk about three different situations. Number one, duration, for and since. Number two, completion, yet and already. Number three, experience, ever and never. So when the sentence it's about completion or experiment, we have experience, we have to use the present perfect tense. When it's about duration, then we need to think whether it is a habitual activity, something happens very often, the person does it very often, then we can use both. If the sentence is about the person still doing the action now, then we use the present perfect continuous. So let's take a look at example number one. The floor is wet. How long has the ceiling been leaking? Okay, the reason why we know we have to circle the word leaking is because of the word been. Be verb with ing. So this is present perfect continuous tense. Let's look at number two. I'm not nervous. I've been in helicopter for years. Now, look. Have been, we know this is present perfect continuous, so therefore we have to choose the verb that ends in ing, so the answer is flying. I'm not nervous, I've been flying in helicopters for years. It's about duration, you can see that, 4 years. It's about habitual activities, so both tenses are correct. Okay. Number three, I'm a little worried, I'm never in marathon before. So look, the time marker is never, which means it's not even about duration, it's about experience. So look at the verb have with verb PP, present perfect tense. So we have to choose run. I've run in a marathon before because the sentence is about a person's experience. It's not about duration. Number four, how many pizzas have you already for so far today? Okay, now we can look at the time marker already. Something you have done already. It means it's about completion. We cannot use present perfect continuous with completion, so we have to use the present perfect tense. Have with verb PP, made. How many pizzas have you already made so far today? Because it's about completion. Number five, you look tired. What doing today? Alright, let's look at the time marker. Today, we know it's about maybe duration. And look at the verb, it ends in ing, so which means we have to use a present perfect continuous tense. So the answer is, what have you been doing today? So within the day, from the morning till now, what have you been doing? This is about duration. And because of doing, we have to use the present perfect continuous tense. Question number 6. I think I've this movie before. Time marker, before. Something you have done before. It's not about duration, it's about a person's experience. So we need to use the present perfect tense. Have with verb PP. I think I've seen this movie before. Let's take a look at question number 7. Has your husband already blood? Now, time marker of the sentence is already. We know already is a time marker for completion. So the sentence is about completion. We have to use the present perfect tense. Has your husband with verb PP given blood? Alright? Let's take a question number 8. I've never a karate lesson. Have you? The time marker of the sentence is never. When you see never, you know it's about experience. So we cannot use the present perfect continuous tense. We have to use the present perfect tense. So have with verb PP, taken. So answer is, I've never taken a karate lesson. Have you? Question number 9. Have you ever out on a day before? Time marker of the sentence. Ever in the question. We know ever is a time marker that we use with experience. So the sentence is about experience. So we cannot use the present perfect continuous. We have to use the present perfect tense. Have with verb PP. Have you gone out of a day before? So the answer is, have you ever gone out on a day before? About experience. Let's take a look at question number 10. Alexander, your cell phone since we started class. Now again, find the time marker. Since we started class is a time marker that we use with duration. So we have to consider which tense to use. Since we started the class, it's not a very long time. It's not a habitual activity. It's not a person's habit. It's not something that we do very often. It's about something that is still happening from sometime in the past up till now. So we have to use the present perfect continuous. So Alexander, your cell phone has been ringing since we started class, which means the cell phone is still ringing from the moment we started class up till now. Number 11, Jen isn't nervous. She's been in front of audiences for years. Time marker, for years. Something that we have done for years. It's a habitual activity. So maybe present perfect, maybe present perfect continuous. So let's look at the keywords. The keywords over here is been. We know that's present perfect continuous. Has been with ing, singing in front of audiences for years. This is the end of the homework review.